Hey there, it's good to see you. I hope that you're doing well, that you've enjoyed your day today. I am sorry that it's taken me so long to get this posted for you, but man, the struggle is real. I filmed this video multiple times, and every time I plug it in, my computer seems to reject the footage in iMovie. So I made sure everything was updated. I don't know what the disconnect is, so I'm hoping that this time's the charm. So here is where I was. Actually, okay. I updated my Stila in the Light palette 2 weeks ago because I did make an insane amount of progress. So I've got some more insane progress to show you. So here is where I was 2 weeks ago as far as this palette's concerned. And here's where I am today. The Stila in the Light palette is this palette up in the corner of my Z palette. How many times can we say palette in one sentence? But it's really late at night, y'all. I'm so ready for my husband to go back to like day schedules. It's only like about another week, a week and a half, so the light is at the end of the tunnel. But as far as my palette goes, this last 2 weeks have been once again some major progress. I really am loving this palette. It's very user-friendly. In fact, just kind of heads up, between Urban Decay and Lorac and now Stila, I really think that Stila is the most user-friendly because, I mean, the shadows aren't quite as intense when you put them on the eyes. And granted, I'm making crazy progress in my palette because this was well loved and these are older shadows, so they aren't quite as pigmented as they were when I first bought them, even though they do have some great payoff. So big changes this time around. Bare is completely gone. I've gone through and I've begun using, I can't remember exactly what the shade is, something like Air. This is the Stila in the No palette down here, and I've hit pan. The reason I've hit pan again so quickly in these shadows is I multitask them. I'm using this shade not only to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner, I'm also using it as a face highlight. So it's really helping me to get through the shadow. The other big success story out of this palette for the past month is I finally finished Night Sky. I really enjoyed that shade. It was really pretty, not quite as gunmetal from Urban Decay or Slate from Lorac Pro. It had more of a bluish tint to it, but beautiful, beautiful shade. I really do miss that, especially since I've got so much brown going on for the rest of the year as we continue panning the palette. But I really did enjoy it. And other shades, I've made more progress in Kitten and Bliss. I really enjoy wearing Bliss as a transition shade, but to make it a little bit more flattering for my skin tone, I lightly tap it into this shade from the Stila in the No palette down here. I don't remember exactly what it is. It's kind of similar to Hot Chocolate from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar if you're kind of wanting a shade reference. They're really, really close in tone. So this one's a little bit too warm, a little bit too light on my eyes. It doesn't really show up as well as I'd like it to, but when I mix it with the shade, it makes it the perfect transition shade for me. And then I'm still working on Ebony to set my liner, so I've made some more progress. And then the shadow that I'm currently pushing through is Luster. I've been wearing it the same way I wore Night Sky. I'm just using Kitten on the lid on top of my Wet n Wild icon pencil, or shadow icon pencil in the shade Pixie. I'm going through with Luster and just popping it into the outer third, and I'm going to continue doing that until Kitten's gone, and then I'm going to move into Bubbly and Gilded Gold. Now, one thing that I really, and I guess I need to share too with Sandstone in the corner. I'm making a lot of progress because I'm using that to fill in my brows. It has been repressed into the bottom of the pan, so I am just working my way through. I should be done with it. I'm thinking I might just put it in my Finish 5 by Cinco de Mayo challenge because I really think that I can finish it by then. So, but one of the things I wanted to talk about, I've especially enjoyed this palette the past couple of weeks because Luster's, I like the shade. It's pretty. It's not my favorite, but I've discovered that I really enjoy wearing it by popping colors on my lower lash line or by popping bright colors into my inner corner. Like I did splurge and I picked up the MAC Pastel x9 palette. I really enjoy wearing some of those shades. Let me pull it out for you. I really enjoy wearing some of those shades in my inner corner area because they are so bright and springy. Like we've got this sky blue shade here in the corner, this very light pale green. I mean, there's not a lot of dark pigmentation to it. And then there's the baby pink. And I'm thinking I might kind of do stuff like that with my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So bring out those bright shades. The other one I've really enjoyed wearing in my inner corner, especially with luster in my crease area, is this NYX Prismatic eyeshadow in the shade Mermaid. I love this. Love this in my inner corner. It's been beautiful. And then I'll still pop that cream shade. It's kind of similar to Wet n Wild's Brulee. Again, if you want a very similar comparison, but I'll wear that on my brow bone and then pop that iridescent teal in my inner corner, and I've really enjoyed it. The other color that I've enjoyed pulling out of my collection is this shadow from the Urban Decay 15th Anniversary palette in Half Truth. It's basically just a purple eyeshadow. You don't have to have this specific shade. I was thinking of you, Jess, with this one because of you using the L'Oreal Infallible shade in Purple Priority. It's beautiful with shades like Kitten and then Luster. I just pop it on my lower lash line and then wear that teal in the inner corner. It's beautiful. Love, love, love. And then like, yeah, I could either wear, I've done it with a bright pink lip because yesterday I wore the Revlon Matte Balm Stain in Passionate. I've also worn it with nude lips, and I've worn it with kind of a more berry tone. Absolutely beautiful. So far so good. I'm really enjoying this palette. And like I said, I really feel like it has been, I want to say, the most user-friendly. I mean, time will tell how I feel as we get further into the year, but so far, like, I definitely feel like if, you know, if a beginner to makeup was asking for recommendations to a neutral palette, the new Stila versions of the, in the light palette, I want to say it's like the Spirit palette, or I don't remember exactly which one it is, but the one that has the most neutral colors and there's like one burgundy shade in there, that palette would be ideal for beginners, I feel like, in my opinion, because these are so user-friendly. So that's about it. I've got quite a few videos coming your way. I need to get my Finish 7 by Spring finale posted. I made terrific progress. I didn't quite finish everything. And then I figured, yeah, Hoola Bronzer is still kicking. So I figured it might be a little bit cathartic for all of us if I film a repressing of that particular bronzer, because some of you have requested for repressing shadows. So I'd be happy to do that for you. And again, you can kind of see where I am with my bronzer and watch me hopefully push to the finish line pretty soon. And then I've also got my, I've decided to do the Finish 5 by Cinco de Mayo challenge, and I'm thinking I need to do a collective empties because, I mean, my time just got away from me with my husband's schedule to film standouts, tips, and shoutouts and empties, so I think I might do collective videos for those. So that's it. It's really late. I need to get cracking on some of the things I need to get done around the house, so I will be seeing you very, very soon. Catch you later.